what this armor reminds me of?
What's that?
Nameless King armor.
There's some armors that actually look a lot closer.
Yeah, but the high collar reminds me of
Fair.
Nameless King. Um, yeah, so basically I played with Nerdy a little bit. We did like daily roulettes in Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to lie down a bit,
Oh,
and I was like, I want to play Elden Ring and listen to heavy metal.
nice. Just gotta... There we go. So, from your fight with Morgott, what have you learned? I mean, Margit. Yeah.
With that dude with the glowing hammer.
Yeah. What have you learned?
And I cannot be greedy.
Anything else?
Um, that the timing is different for different attacks, and I have to adapt and overcome.
Yeah. Elden Ring likes its delayed attacks.
But then the dude literally had quick attacks as well, so you know I had to.
Yes. And you know what's the crazy thing? Miyazaki did an interview, right?
Yeah.
And what he said about Elden Ring was that it's close to the perfect fantasy game he's always dreamt about, but it's not there yet, which is crazy.
So I went to this room. You can see that my runes are there. This dude is here.
He, he's no fun.
Mister, are you coming out? I'm gonna cheese this guy. Doesn't work.
Large Titanite shard.
Mm. Dude doesn't want to let go. Oh, come on. Ow. No! Fuck! Motherfucker!
uh,
I was supposed to win. It was supposed to be me, not him. It's not There.
Go here.
Bitch.
Hmm.
Hmm. Can you roll better? Thank you. I still haven't found the dude you were talking about.
The one that you can buy spells off of.
Sorceries. Yeah.
I'm wondering if I'm forgetting a step or two. Because here's a fun little fact. You know on the map how it like, well, actually, if you open up your map real quick, I can probably tell whether or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see the little icons for NPCs like next to
Yeah.
Signs of Grace? Those weren't there day one,
Ooh.
which made it really annoying if you were trying to find, you know, a certain NPC for their quest line.
You're a hunter of blooded fingers. Oh yeah, this was the circle where I killed the boss. He gave me a sword.
Yes, the Crucible Knight.
Hold up. It was this perfect great sword.
Are you sure it was that?
Yes.
Okay. It was pop off slime.
I found a whip. Found hook claws. I cannot use any of them because, well, it's so dark in here. Because
Oh,
it's dark, I cannot lock on. Ooh.
hello, big hat Luke.
Oh, he came out. You're gonna next thing you're gonna tell me you're gay? Oh shit!
Guess you're gay.
He came down. There's another dude here.
So yeah, in the future you should probably be leveling intelligence.
What?
Intelligence. In
Yeah,
into
I have 30 intelligence.
Oh, well then perfect. No wonder your shit is doing so much damage.
And I started leveling up mine as well because I need more mana.
Ah, yes.
Rusty key. Okay, it's a chest. Curved sword. I wonder if it would work with a curved sword, great sword, curved great sword, whatever.
I mean, look at what it does. Some of them are don't do what you think they do.
Enhances guard counters. Hmm.
So like if you're like blocking, well in Elden Ring, this is a specific thing to Elden Ring. At least if I remember correctly. If somebody hits you while you're blocking, you can hit your attack button and you'll do a specialized attack called a guard counter.
Woo-hoo. Almost why I'm gonna fall like into darkness.
Oh, God, I'm just having more troubles with Sen's Fortress than I usually do.
Since Fortress is just
Remember, you have a dedicated jump button.
I
It
know.
it it's so, like it's so weird getting used to that.
I don't think I can get here.
So usually when Elden Ring does stuff like that, you have to think really creatively.
Mm. I don't think I can make that jump. Ow! 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 The only reason I fucking died here is I didn't see that I had no mana. I should have drank before getting there.
Yeah, your blue OJ is kind of important.
Yeah.
Wow, I just got combo locked by the ball in Sen's Fortress.
Damn.
Yeah, I've never seen the ball hit me up against the wall and then it just be like, okay, you're gonna jump back into the ball 4 separate times.
Hmm. Just like I was comboed by hunters.
Yeah, it's like that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mountain. I love seeing like serious posts on Twitter, like when someone tries to give wisdom to other people because like they learn on their own mistakes or something. Like uh to bring context, one VTuber wrote something like sometimes you really need to discard your shitty posts on Twitter. Like mentioning that she had to delete one of her posts because it was just poorly written or something. And I
Okay.
just love going into those posts and write some meme shit. Like I literally went in and I wrote, "Damn, you're right." Proceeds to delete the whole Twitter account. There's nothing on this beam. Who jumped on this beam?
Huh? Oh yeah, no,
There's
there are some crazy motherfuckers. Trust me,
man.
there is a different way to get up there, a much safer way.
To drink mana potion.
So, you want to know some more fun little things about Elden Ring?
What's up?
There is, well, there was a there was an
I don't want to talk
illusory
about it.
there was an illusory wall, right?
Yeah.
But on day 1 and for like an entire week, it was bugged. So instead of hitting it once to get rid of it, you had to hit it 50 times.
Mmm.
So that's where the meme of like there's an illusory wall in Elden Ring that you have to hit 500 times because
Mmm.
it was a it was a mistake on the coding end.
Be wary of recklessness. Yeah, sure. Not this time.
Don't feed the wildlife. Whatever. See you later,
Brick
Stinky.
hammer.
Yeah. No, read the description of that. It's wild.
Hmm. In a second, because I feel like sniping some bitches.
Fine. Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. It's just holy shit, does that have such a funny description?
I wonder if I can snipe this bitch as well.
All right. Iron Golem time.
I am the destroyer of worlds. Okay. Uh, the weapon made from an ordinary stone brick wielded by a laborer who led a rebellion and later became champion himself. Even among other legends of its size, this weapon is especially weighty. The strength of a giant is required to wield it. Barbaric roar, let loose a bestial roar to rally the spirit and increase attack power. Damn.
Yeah. The only reason why I told you to is that it's literally just a hammer of a brick they found on a wall.
Yeah, but it was used by a dude who became a fucking champ.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so funny. I love it so much.
Pickle ahead.
They need to do another Dark Souls 1 remaster.
They need to do a Dark Souls 2 remaster
And I'm a bit iffy on that.
with better fucking controls.
Yeah, well, okay, just instead of it a remaster, just remake.
No, I like how Dark Souls 2 is played. I love Dark Souls 2. I don't like those little things that make me hate Dark Souls 2. Like, there are some things that it doesn't change the fact that I love Dark Souls 2, but it's just that they're irradiating sometimes. Like, for example, hitboxes, they need to fix that. Controls, they need to fix that. And those are little things that they can fix in a remaster. There's no problem fixing that in
Well,
remaster.
there's also like some other thing, like there. I watched a video on why people tend to not like Dark Souls 2. I'm one of those people that I don't really have strong opinions on Dark Souls 2, but it's obvious that it's the black sheep of the, you know, of the FromSoft family
Fair.
because it was the only one that was not, created by Miyazaki. All the other ones
Yeah.
were, but that's not the point. There was a really interesting thing where it talked about how um the fact that you can't roll in every single direction, but not it's not that you can't roll in every single direction. It's that your movement is locked to 8 directions.
Mm.
So it's, front, back, left, right, and then the 4 diagonal directions. Where in Dark Souls or Dark Souls 3, you can move in 360. So
Yeah.
it makes slight adjustments weird. So it's like stuff like that. I would totally agree that needs to be changed so that instead of it being a limited 8 directions, it is a full 360.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hidden path ahead. Sure.
Titanite.
Titanic.
Titanic. Crystal Halberd from the Mimic.
If I used to speedrun the first part of Dark Souls. I mean, the Dark Souls 1, many times. So I knew that when I was doing the soul level 1, I couldn't use some of the strats I used because in that game the Black Knight's halberd is just the best weapon of all.
It is.
You
That's
know,
what I have. That's it because
and
it has a very high.
every time, yeah.
I was gonna say it just has very high damage. It has the highest damage in the whole game. And it doesn't really get caught on things a whole lot, which makes it very good even in tight corridors.
Yep.
Eh, Anyway, you were gonna say.
Um, yeah, and it's just I've been always getting that first thing ever, you know? Like I've been running towards the base and can I walk out here? No. No, I don't think I can. And I've killed that single Black Knight for that fucking halberd to drop. And then Mask of the Father, the ring that lets you um basically front flip.
Oh
Um
yes,
Grass shield on the back. Those are like items which I always used for like speedy runs of Dark Souls.
yeah. Well, it's just those are also just kind of the best weapons and items in Dark Souls.
I mean, there are many items, there are many weapons that are very fucking good
Oh
in
yeah,
Dark
no,
Souls, you know?
totally. But I'm saying in terms of just like functionality wise,
Yeah.
like the grass shield that you were talking about. The reason why most people, that's their default shield is because of the stamina regeneration on it.
Yes. And it's pretty much the same with
Oh,
the masks. You either use Mask of the Father or Mask of the Child.
yeah. There is no in between. Unless you've, like, got maxed out stats or something and don't really need it. And then you just go for Fashion Souls at that point.
Or if you're going sorceries and you have the little headpiece from the lady from DLC,
Ah, yes.
because that should boost sorceries. How does it feel to suck? Motherfucker.
And I fell off.
I'm just killing everyone.
Fair enough.
Not just men, but women and children. Especially children.
Especially the children. Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. I can bring this up now. Okay, so there there was a hilarious article that came out about the new Acolyte TV show for Star Wars, which is god awful, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what they said? They said the creators of the TV show
Surprise me. Come on.
said that the the choice to not have the main villain wear armor was in reference to Elden Ring. And they said, and I quote, when you're summoning someone in the game,
Yes.
you summon people with the least amount of armor. Because there is a single guy, his name was Let Me Solo Her. He died to a single boss over 1,000 times and can now do the entire boss fight on 1 HP and fully encumbered and not take any damage because he has just learned her moveset that well.
Wow.
The dude is a Giga Chad.
There.
So the showrunner was making reference to Let Me Solo Her, which is he's a really cool guy, but he's a outlier, not the norm.
Yeah, I mean this is more of a Dark Souls thing
Are
than
what? Sorry, my character just randomly just
than
rolled for some reason.
okay,
Oh,
I got the sword from the birds.
nice.
Warhawk's talon. Cannot use it, but it is worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say that it more uh fits Dark Souls than Elden Ring, because in Dark Souls, well, I cannot say about Elden Ring the same thing about Elden Ring, but Elden Ring is considered harder than more difficult than any Dark Souls game.
To an extent.
All right. Yeah, it was always a meme in Dark Souls that if you summon someone and they're not wearing any armor, that means they're pro and they're gonna carry you. You know?
Or they're insane.
I mean that too, but
Okay.
I have no idea how many times I ran Dark Souls 1 literally without wearing any armor. Either I wore black leather because it's like very light and gives you a little bit more defense than the leather armor, or I didn't wear anything.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a typical thing when it comes to Dark Souls. When you're first playing it, like exploring, and you're like hyped about the armors and everything, you're gonna wear them, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, I look like this boss now. Wow, this is so cool." And then you know you get used to to seeing those armors, and you don't want to use them anymore because you roll fat like slower. So you decide to